Good morning. Happy Saturday. Well, it seems this BP attempt to stop the flow of oil using this top kill method is not going well, despite claims of the last few days that it's done deal. Um, they're saying the BP officials are saying now that they've pumped all this stuff into here, tons of mud and tires and golf balls, and they say that there's less than 10% of it that's actually staying in there and working. That's probably none of it is. With the figures that you have, you got 45,000 psi pressures and all this stuff. And from what I've been seeing, that well, one of these oil guys, the Bush Energy guy, he was saying there's a much bigger one just a couple miles away. So apparently the seafloor has collapsed or something, like a broken pool table, and that's coming out from everywhere now. They're trying to plug this one uh, pipe head, and less than 10% of the stuff they say now is staying in there. The mud. They say they're saying they can't find enough mud to do it. They've already pumped a ton in, and it's all coming back out. The golf balls and the tires are saying it's just not working. So no matter what else, we give them the all clear in Obama's little address there. Oh yeah, well that's fixed. Apparently it's not fixed at all. So, and then dealing with another far bigger leak, as the guy said, can't remember who he was, Bush's energy or the oil insider guy or whatever. He's saying there's a much bigger oil leak. So, and then May just finished its worst market month since 1939. Um, there's a new Geithner's talking about this world austerity measure or something, and I read a quick little article on it about how he's all gleeful that I guess they're just going to impose austerity measures on all the people now. Oh, sorry, you people lose. People have to realize here that that everything these governments are doing now, it's not a government for the people and by the people at all anymore. Worldwide, it's a government for the government and by the government. That's all we got now. People are on their own. We're not going to be helped by the government, and they're actually not even concerned about how you're doing. The only reason they're giving out any extending unemployments, so now that people could just be a stay-at-home government employee for 2 years, is that they're using it as crowd control. That's a crowd control measure. They're also worried right now um, about, they're reaching, they're at this level right now where they're going to have to go to war just to placate, the people. The economies suck. The economies are doing the worst ever. There's more cities now that are just lined up for bankruptcy. States, cities, 32 states in April had to borrow a total of $10 billion just to pay out their pensions, their pension funds, and their unemployment funds. Um, no, that's more than half of the states now have to borrow just to keep operations going month by month. So this talk about how all is well in the economy, it's coming back, it's a complete lie. It's absolutely not happening. And anybody can see that. Anybody who's watching this at all knows that this stuff's only getting far worse. The housing, they had a couple months of where they're able to lie and put up numbers that say, oh yeah, well look at housing gained, but now the tax credit for that is gone. So just like with the auto sales, that's going to tank too. The last little thing I wanted to mention here was about the South Korean ship getting sunk. Now, there's 20 different stories about it. One of them, and I'll put up the story here, is that North Korea didn't sink it. It goes on to explain how there was, no remote control subs or anything in the area. I don't know if the story's true or not, but this is what they're saying in the area was really that it was a false flag. The people most likely who sunk that ship was the U.S. So check that out for yourself. I mean, that's definitely not a hard and fact news story, but that's what insiders are saying, was that it was a false flag. It has to do with Okinawa. They're getting ready to remove the base from Okinawa. So read over those and see what you think about it. And BP, they've deemed it fixed, and there's nothing being done at all. It's not working. So anyway, have a good day. We'll talk to you later.
There is still no sign of the enemy. The men move out cautiously through the untracked jungle toward their objective, the unfinished airfield less than a mile inland. Trogaskis follows, armed only with a notebook and a pen.
The jungle is a pestilential hellhole. The air is thick, oppressively hot and humid.
It soon becomes apparent the Marines are not alone. Japanese snipers, expertly camouflaged in the dense brush, take shots at the Marines.
Snipers are everywhere and nowhere. A man falls after being shot in the leg, and no one sees who shot him. One grunt comes up to me and says, "I wish those Japs would come out and fight. All they do is run into the jungle." But now we have another unavoidable hell. Nighttime. This is the Japs' island, and they know it well. Will they slip inside our perimeter and slit our throats in the middle of the night? Attack our entire group, or just pick us off, one by one? We dig foxholes in the ground. Everyone is jittery. The sentries are firing at every moment. Who knows what's out there?
Early on the second day, the Marines push through the jungle towards the crushed coral airstrip. As they close in on the field, they are met once again with silence. The Japanese, the masters of surprise warfare, have themselves been caught by surprise. Panicked by the previous day's bombardment and aerial bombing, their units have fled inland, abandoning the unfinished airfield. By 1600 hours, the Marines declare it secured. But the enemy is not ready to surrender. From their naval base at Rabaul, 600 miles to the north, the Japanese launch a massive counterattack. That night, the Japanese Navy delivers a devastating blow to our fleet. An immense battle erupts offshore. The Marines on Guadalcanal can do little but take cover and await the outcome.